Okay, so a little arrangement thing I'd like to tell people is loops will get you so far up until you start taking stuff out. So I got enough to kind of work with here to kind of shape where I want this to go. Okay. So I'm starting this at the very end of the bar. My usual thing I like to do is to throw people off at the end of the bar, is start off the beat at the end of the bar. Why? Why I don't just start it? Because it's way more interesting. You can hook a listener. You can really hook somebody in. Actually, let's take everything out right here. I'm gonna just take this all out. Now watch this. I can make this one loop speak. You gotta hit them with a, okay, so arrangement. I'm gonna give you the full synopsis here, right? And I'm gonna try and explain this real quick. Let's take the bass line out. Yeah. So, how arrangement works is simply how I like to do it. I have a format whenever I make my arrangements, whenever I do production. I like to do A and B sections, okay? If you really want to get spicy with it, make a third section. And this is what I mean by A, B sections. Your first section has to be what establishes the entire track. The loops, your sounds, everything literally inside of one synopsis. Now, section B can be a variation of what was in section A. But you got to switch it up, kind of give it a little bit of a switch up. So you got section A, section B. Section C is an entire switch. Maybe that element that is supporting everything else should be the main focus. As this track right here is, the drums and the bass line are very in your face, right? And the supporting elements are what you hear right now. It's the very atmospheric things. I could probably mess around with this as a third section to kind of create a song. And 9 times out of 10, when you're creating music for people and you're making your own music, you want to be able to have enough to kind of switch in and out. And the easiest way to do that is as you're playing the track, take the elements you've had that play the entire track and take them out, put them back in. Take them out, put them back in. Think about a roller coaster. Roller coasters don't go up the entire time, and they don't stay like this the entire time. This sets you on a certain pace until you go up. And then eventually you drop. You know? So think about the tension. Yes, tension and release. You create tension, and then you release. My signature method whenever I make my beat videos, I'll tell you this. I start out with the last 4 bars of I want to say 32 bar loop. All my beat videos have this. I start out with the bars, the 4 bars at the very end, and I basically ride that tension and release the whole time. And I take certain parts out. So this section that you hear right now could be a function where something comes in there that comes back out. So I actually might make a beat video to this. I'm not even gonna cap. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let me show you guys the process. Let's see here. I have this pitch thing here, and you see it rising. And I want to do this. I want to do that at the very beginning of the track. To hear that at the very beginning of the track is yo, what is happening? But also it's you can feel what is happening. It's because it's you're playing with the tension and the release. So my greatest method is to literally play with things that give energy and take away certain energies. That way you create a wave, you know? Waves don't stay up. They go up and down. Think about water. Think about water as a way to approach it. And that's just typically how I like to approach things. I'm not someone who